Hi, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving Eve. We have made it to Nana's and we're here on the new normal. My buddy Public is waiting in the wings, and we'll be right back after this quick break. Hey, Public, how are you doing? Happy Thanksgiving week to you.
Howdy. Happy Thanksgiving week. Is this week now? We get a happy Thanksgiving. What is this? Birthday week? Birthday month?
Happy Thanksgiving Eve. Is that better?
Thanksgiving. No, week will work because a lot of people get the rest of the week off.
Eve. I'm just glad I hit the go live button. I'm doing well now. 2 for 2.
Nice. Listen, it happens sometimes. What are we gonna do?
Yeah. We made it to Nana's, and my brother and his family are here, and everybody's cooking, and Papa's upstairs. Charlie and him are talking about cars and God knows what. Nana's putting the chickens up, so I think we are good to go.
Very good. We I gotta get an order in for some more Nana eggs next time I see you.
Definitely.
They were like delicious. I'm spoiled.
Got plenty.
Now. I'm spoiled now.
Well, when you go from Nana eggs to like regular, the funniest part of that was I'm handing them out in Jersey, and Johnny's like, "Okay, Lisa, so tell everybody, why are they different colors?" And I was like, because they came from different kinds of chickens. Like, I thought that was a normal thing, but apparently that was very unusual for people in Jersey.
No,
blue and brown and speckled and all different colored eggs.
Yep. You got to go to a farm stand around here to get something like that. And even as north as I am in Jersey, I'm only 15 minutes from the New York State border. So I'm like way up in the woods. And even here, there's nowhere to get eggs like that. You can't get it. The best you can do is get like organic brown eggs from the supermarket if they,
Oh, so that really was a big deal.
White egg. It was a big deal. Yeah. That's not normal, especially further towards the city where we were, where Johnny's from. There's no availability for that stuff.
Okay. So that was really, because I thought I kind of stunned me. I was like, why is that? What do you mean different colored eggs? I was like, they just come from different kinds of chickens, and
hey, we're city boys. We're basically city boys.
And brown ones and speckled ones and pink ones, and
different shapes too. That was I've had all the different eggs, but I don't remember the different shapes.
Like, because she has different like age of chickens, and so some are littler, some are younger, some are older. Yeah,
is that how that works?
Yeah, and they're different shapes, different kinds of chickens. All the different sizes, yeah.
So, like a skinny chicken's gonna make a little egg.
I guess. I don't know. I guess like a fat person makes a fat baby. I don't know. No,
makes sense.
Genetics. I don't know.
Makes sense,
right?
It does.
We all should have grown up on farms. Then we would have known these things and not been so surprised.
Agreed.
When humans came out of.
If only that was possible. I've literally had a thing where I've wanted to live on a farm since I was like little.
Yeah, I never had that in my life, and I had to live on kind of a farm for a while with Nana and Papa, and it was a nightmare. It was awful. Very terrible. Very terrible few years of my life. We would get bottle calves in the middle of the night, like 100 at a time, and you had to tag all their ears, and then you have to feed them all 4 times a day with these big bottles and medicate they're all numbered, and they all have different amounts of different food and medication and whatever. You have to clean all their stalls several times a day. You have to then go wash all their bottles and all the things. Then you have to go do it all over again a couple hours later. Hundreds of cows. Yeah, no, it's not fun at all.
I had no idea. That's
living on a farm and then you have to haul hay all summer. Then there's lots of things that are not fun at a farm.
Yes, baby.
Daddy.
It's a kiss. I got to get the kiss.
Oh no, all the kisses. All the kisses. That's good.
We are a little busy at the moment, but we're clearing up. So what's going on? How was the ride down there?
It was good. I was really surprised the traffic was not as bad as I thought. Today is typically like the big travel day for everybody, the day before Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. I thought I-40 would just be a nightmare, but it really wasn't that bad. So
my older two. Oh, more kisses.
More kisses.
My older two made it down to South Jersey. Normally, it's a 2-hour ride on a normal day. Thanksgiving, it could be 2.5 to 3 hours. They made it down in 2 hours flat. It's like no one's on the road or something. Even around here, like I'm looking out the window, I see like 2 cars on the road.
And remember we were hearing all the woo-woo about how people were going to get stuck in the airports today, that we were going to have all this Thanksgiving travel, problems. And I really haven't heard reports of that today. Have you heard any of that?
I have not, but I don't even turn on the regular news anymore. It's if I happen to see something, it's on, on the interwebs. No, I haven't heard anything.
Well, we listen to like news, which is like as much news as we can tolerate of Normie land. And so on the way here, driving here, and they really weren't talking about too much. They actually talked about, that they were anticipating a lot of travel problems, but they kind of went around that by offering bonuses to employees and kind of trying to put some things in place to prevent that. Yeah, beer and chicken wings, that's a good point. The gas prices didn't help things. I think that probably kept people maybe off the road, making some choices. So it was interesting.
Yeah. I mean, who knows anymore what's really going on? But yeah, it's light. It's very light around here. Light, which is just odd. Again, we don't really know. She's running around like crazy at the moment. Sorry.
Give that child some turkey.
I know, right?
Take a nap. Yes. Need some tryptophan immediately.
I know, right? Get some HTTP. What is it? HTTP 5 or something
for all the babies. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. I see a chat from Hankowitz here. Says the public awakening. It was great to meet you and your family in New Jersey. Your daughter is the youngest crypto kid I've met so far. I think she might be. I think she might be the youngest one with some cryptos. And that was legit. The Litecoin that she won, that was legit her first Litecoin, her first crypto of any person, or first.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's another great reason to go to meetups.
Yep. Very true.
Yeah.
Just think. I wonder if, when Uncle Cliff was talking about the crypto Christmas and crypto Christmas parties and Bitcoin hitting 100,000, like if that could be this Christmas with everything setting up the way it is, with the markets and everything looking like it was. I saw the third wealthiest man in Mexico was quoted today saying to buy Bitcoin because the way the U.S. is printing money, it's irresponsible third world country, and I think
we just have the ability to export the inflation for so long, but now it's starting to come back home, which is definitely not good.
Well, that was my point. Was like, this is the third wealthiest man in Mexico. So what do you think? He's getting rid of his U.S. dollars, where he might have, held wealth, some of his wealth in U.S. dollars previously, thinking it was so valuable. Now he's already looking at it, as not something valuable. The U.S. looking like an irresponsible third world country, creating fake M2 money supply by Bitcoin right now. This is from Mexico's third richest man, Ricardo B. Salinas. So that's pretty telling right there.
That is interesting. I don't know if you caught a bunch of the last three, I think, videos that Uncle Cliff put out on BitChute.
Yeah.
It touched on a lot of that stuff, especially the last one. It was like his lookout for the next 3 months or so, which was pretty interesting.
Yeah, just them. If you look at, don't look at the cause of death, but just the death rate overall.
Oh yeah.
For each country, that it's rising, and if you take out cause, that it's pretty significant.
Yeah, well, a minimum of 30%. I mean, imagine that, to have that trickles all the way down the line. You have 30% more work that EMTs and medical crews are going to have to do. You have 30% more hospital visits or hospital usage. Let's say you're going to have 30% more mortuaries. He brought up a good point. You could check out the mortuaries. You could check out places like that where you're going to see all these trickle down effects. And, you don't have to rely on the official numbers. A lot of the times you can check on other numbers that they're not manipulating, especially like the mortuary numbers and businesses that they're, the amount of business, unfortunately, that they're doing these days. It's skyrocketing. 30%, I think, was the lowest amount from the
different countries. Yeah. Oh, crazy. So 2 positive woo things. I was looking back through some of our text messages, and I think one of my favorite things was the thing that I was texting with you right at the end about Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, I like Busta Rhymes. Again, a New York guy versus the West Coast guys. I always thought that the New York people were some of the worst ones, and that the West Coast ones were actually the better ones in that rap battle. One was more godly and one was more devilly. But Busta Rhymes, I'm pretty sure he's not a bad guy, but again, I'm not sure.
I can pretty much guarantee he's not, after looking at this. So, and there's some other pieces on this that I'll share with you. This really, I thought, was cool. So I went into this, I looked at his, you know how they use their, what is this called? Your cover photo.
Yeah.
And this is talking about his album, this LEL2, which I'm sure if I was cool enough, I would know how to say that, where it was probably sounded like a word or something that was.
You got me, so I'm not that
I have
cool
no
either.
idea. But when I gematria'd that, it was MAGA.
Well, get the hell out of here.
No, I sent you the screenshot. You didn't get the picture.
Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't get anything, and sometimes I get everything. It's the weirdest thing still.
So it was MAGA, and then the wrath of God was. Hold on. Now I'm going to have to turn my. I sent you all of this.
He does have a. Hankowitz says Busta Rhymes has a song called Woo Ha. And that was one of his things. He always did like woo ha in a lot of his songs. I used to be a huge Busta Rhymes fan.
Okay, it was MAGA. It was also 5, which keep 5 in mind because we've been seeing 5 everywhere, and a lot of moon stuff, which we'll talk about later. Then Wrath of God was the Great Awakening, Yahweh, the Great Awakening again. This is your final notice. And that was all with the Wrath of God. So then he's talking about, if you look back at his November 23rd, and there's been several like Anon posts lately that have been talking about Wednesday. Today was a big day. There's this one Anon post is like, tomorrow's Wednesday, and it has like a Pepe frog on their head. This other guy that I follow. But what does Busta say here? The calm before the. And when you look at this picture, let me know. Can you still see the picture?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, it says Busta, but does it also say? Oh. What does that look like?
Hold on. I got to wait for it to, I can't see it on the computer. I got to wait for it to pop up on the screen here when you get it bigger. There we go. What does that look like? Oh, it's going up. There we go. But that's quite a delay on there. What does that look like? Looks like a phoenix?
Or that griffin thing, remember?
Okay.
On The Economist.
Do you know what that actually kind of looks like? It looks like the thing that's on the top of the Ark of the Covenant. On each end of the Ark of the Covenant, it has something that looks very similar to that.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I was thinking of that thing on The Economist that we were seeing so much. And, The Economist just posts the new thing. And then this Busta, where you see the bottom, it almost looks like the word bush.
It does right there. It actually does look like that. Yeah.
It doesn't really look like Busta. It looks like
right.
BUSH.
And it looks like the bush is on fire with the phoenix coming out of the top. That is it. I'm going to say straight up that's a phoenix because he's got the other gold in the way there. And what is those other two gold? One looks like a mask.
And this is like a lion's head and then the phoenix thing. But that's where I thought that was like the griffin thing.
Yeah.
And Brandy saw like this griffin thing in one of her visions or readings, and I'll have to go back and I don't know if it was a Litecoin thing. I can't remember. I'll have to go back and read or rewatch the video. But this kind of looks like China's flag, right?
Which one are we looking at?
See
yes, it does actually. Yep,
and
it does.
The red circle in the middle.
It does. Yep, I didn't think of that. That's exactly what it looks like.
Just really interesting. But so the caption of this was "Calm before the storm," or no, it said "Calm before the." I'm sorry, I'm adding storm.
And then did the shh.
Yeah.
I mean, why would he put the shh at the end?
Yeah, I'm adding storm. Sorry.
That's something. I'm reading in the chat here. Chef Jeff says, check out the first song on Busta's Extinction Level Event album circa 1997. That is something I will definitely check out.
Extinction Level Event. So that's that ELE.
Oh, that's your good call.
So Extinction Level Event. That's what the album is. So this is Extinction Level Event 2. So also, what we're going through right now, I was having this conversation earlier. We could be going through, what went when the Nazis, there was the Holocaust, and what's going on right now, and what we were alluding to earlier, what we might see, what Uncle Cliff was seeing. We may be going through the second Holocaust. Why will this not let me close this out?
I'm sorry. Can you say that again? It cut out for just a second.
Of course it did.
I'm like,
if you think about what the words to his album, Extinction Level Event 2, what was the first extinction level event? The Holocaust. Are we in the second one now? And we have to be careful with our words, but everybody can think about, what's the cause of that.
The more and more I'm reading and learning about this, it absolutely says. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's no way around it. Yeah. I will say this. One thing I will say about this specific topic right here is that as many bad reports as we're hearing about people who get this thing, this one, I really want to believe it's not as bad yet on a percentage basis as a lot of the regular ones that that some people have chosen to give the children for all these years.
I hope so. And I also hope that there's, Uncle Cliff was saying part of the reason for the upgrades that are needed is because they wear off. So if you survive it, then, maybe you don't get the upgrade and then you'll be fine. I think there's a lot of those things. There's also people talking about that there's placebos in place. So,
Yeah,
hoping for a lot of those kind of things. So I'm hoping for all those things, all those positive things. I did want to bring up on Busta Rhymes stuff. So one of my friends that I met through foster care, she's on some board for like some award thing in the music industry. And she's really sweet. She's not a very public figure, but she's very talented. And one of the people that she just thinks is so talented is this Anderson .Paak. And so seeing him promote this guy, and he's a really good dude, like a really good human. And I know her personally, and she's a really good human. And so seeing him promote this one is another reason I'm like, oh, he's a good guy. You know what I mean? And then I'm seeing this. Then I did the So We Know Extinction Level event too. And then we see this mask thing. I just thought this had come
when you look at it like that,
over it. And so then for him to post this and say the calm before the whatever, I think this post has way more significance than we realize. The other thing that we've been seeing all over, and I keep sending you links, and I'm sending them to, there's these two other Anon guys, and I won't out them because I don't have their permission, but that I send when I see stuff, and they'll decode. I'm just kind of the canary in the mine, where I get like a gut feeling on something, and I'll send it, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, yeah." And I do that with you all the time, and because you have that history of and knowledge of a lot of this stuff that I don't really. But remember, we were seeing all that stuff we saw it with John Wick, all the fives, and all the fives. Even we're seeing fives with the Chanel number 5.
Yeah.
We're seeing a lot of stuff with the moon. There is going to be a full moon either on the 4th or the 5th. And it was like, and also a lot of the messaging has to do with the gold.
Yeah, definitely.
And so there's some kind of something to do with gold on the 4th or the 5th with a full moon. The
last Uncle Cliff video said he's basically planning on something to go down on a big political level between the 3rd and the 8th or 9th, I think he said. He said it'll probably hit by the 3rd, but it could take until maybe the 8th of December for this. I think he called it a political upheaval. I think was his wording. So that all ties in. I mean, it all
my brothers
ties in.
Wandering around. My brother's making dinner and walking in and out of the house. He's like, "Oh, hey." And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I'm like, "It's okay. It's Thanksgiving, so all family are welcome." So when you're saying that, when you're bringing up those dates, and Uncle Cliff was saying that, what I kept going back to, and Sasha Monet tweeted out and said, "What happened to Sidney Powell threatening the Kraken?" And then nothing happened. And I said, "Oh, but it did," because the very next day, remember I was freaking out with you about like, oh, the very next day, the DOD posted that video about, posted the Kraken video.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There was a virtual reality flight simulator kind of thing, training.
Yes. Tool. And wait, I'm on the wrong page. And the, okay, let me get on share the right screen. And then, right after, so DOD posted this, then Amy and I did a video, and Sean and I tried to talk about this last night, and it was like really difficult to get it to all play and work. Let's see. I'm just going to show it. Are you guys able to see the right thing? I don't know if you're seeing my Department of Defense. Why is it not doing any volume though?
No, we hear it fine. It's fine.
Oh, you can hear it. Okay.
Disorientation, or SD as we abbreviate it, is the leading aeromedical causal factor in Class A mishap. What the Kraken will bring, again, is in a controlled environment, we'll be able to replicate those forces of flight that get normal, healthy pilots into trouble. The accelerations of flight can actually lead to a pilot feeling like the aircraft is doing something that it's not.
Once we throw that motion component in there, they're actually feeling that seat of the pants feeling of flying their airplane, and it could completely change.
That guy's name was Charles Powell.
The vestibular illusion versus the visual illusion, and putting those two together.
SD is a killer, and we're trying to understand it better in our lab here at NEMRD.
There's almost no vehicle that we couldn't simulate with this machine between the out-the-window displays and reconfigurable controls and seats.
We're able to take physics data from a flight simulator, things like the G-forces, acceleration, pitch, roll, and yaw, and then convert them mathematically into the actual motion limitations that the Kraken itself has.
Wow. A lot of 17s and all those numbers that just scrolled by. I'm pausing it on the television here. I'm adding them up. There's a lot of 17s.
Oh, cool.
We have,
I just noticed it said releasing the Kraken at the bottom, which I hadn't noticed
these problems because we can reproduce them now.
Yeah, well, a lot of numerology in that. They love their numerology.
It is a tremendous honor to be part of that as an aerospace physiologist, and it really is the pinnacle of my career.
And this is all happening in the Navy, which we know that's the intelligence.
Save lives and reduce the number of mishaps we have from
pilots. That's also where Space Force comes from.
Right.
And the Marines, actually.
The team consists of the motion algorithm programmers.
The Marines is separate.
We have a series of physicists and motion experts that are coming up with math that doesn't even exist right now to convert the forces of flight into similar forces within the range of motion that the device allows.
22.
I'm blessed
3Gs.
That's the reason why this device is going to be a success. Is not because it was delivered with all the capability we need to do the research. This team is going to take it to that point.
So together with our next door neighbors here at Wright Pat, we will comprise the single greatest acceleration research facility within the DoD and indeed within the nation.
Naval Medical Research Unit released the Kraken.
The Navy is all over this stuff. I was right though. The Marine Corps is part of the Department of the Navy, actually.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
While the Marine Corps is its own branch of the U.S. military, it falls under the administration of the Department of Navy.
All the things we don't know.
And all the things we don't know, but why does it all go back to the Navy? Why is everything important these days seem to be going back to the Navy?
Well, and that makes me wonder if that, not to go off on too much of a tangent because I really want to focus on this, but that whole maritime law thing, how much of that is, why does this all need to be through the Navy because of that maritime law thing and how we're all slaves through the maritime law? And that's why we need to have our strongest support through the Navy. I don't know. Just a thought. I don't know why this is still, I don't know what they're saying. If I'm talking over it, I apologize because I can't hear a thing on the video.
It's just a bunch of noise right now, actually.
Okay. So why would they make this keep going on? I don't know. This is weird. Anyway, so this one, so Sidney Powell said that then Department of Defense releases this video either the same day or the next day, has all those weird numbers, and this is the releasing of the Kraken. Now you guys know what it is. It's this thing for disorientation device. I believe we are in the Kraken. I think that's the movie we're in. Sean and I talked a little bit about like how quickly some of these constitutional trials, court cases that we're seeing went to trial so quickly. I'm like, I can't get my stuff to court that quickly, but okay. What else? Then let me remove this one. Then I went to the, whoops. Nana's dropping stuff.
What happens?
They're busy making Thanksgiving dinner. They can make all the noise they want.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So if you go into Odyssey and find this, it's the December 1st video and start at about 31 minutes in. This is where Amy and I are talking about the special powers of the, well, hold on.
I just saw Chris popped in the chat from Arcadia Economics. Shout out.
Oh, hi, Christopher. Yeah, so this is where Amy and I were talking about, this is where McInerney was calling for, Mr. T to do some things. And then I go into, I did some research on what the special powers were of Powell under, where is it? I thought it was 31 minutes. There it is. Special powers, general powers under special counsel, and then go through kind of what could be going on and then how it plays out and how it has to be kept quiet and secret during this time that all of those investigations happen. And then the way it is presented, once it's presented to Congress. And so when Uncle Cliff was talking about those people and the remote viewers were seeing some of the same things of Congress, out sick to their stomach or vomiting in the hallways. I don't remember the exact.
That's exactly what he said. Yeah.
Yeah. This could totally be. Can you imagine if what we believe happened and has been going on is, if that is how this is disclosed, the way that it is explained under general powers, a special counsel, and the way that it is supposed to be handled. So I would just, let me see if I can.
Are those, I mean, can it even be given to anybody in Congress now? I mean, if you think back,
not until it is
5 years ago,
it has to be kept.
No. Yeah, it's just I'm saying, is there anybody actually in Congress now that they could give it to? I mean, if you've watched any of the hearings for the last year or more, it's always empty. Where if you go back, watch some videos of Congress and hearings and things like that from 3, 4, 5 years ago, they're full. They are full. Both sides of the aisle is full. Every seat is full. Everyone's active. Everyone's standing up, making a big thing when somebody says something. You look in there now, not only is it mostly like 3/4 or more empty, none of the right people are there. It all says Mr. So-and-so's for the state of whatever, or representative of for this person and this. It's I'm not even sure many of those people are still around. You don't see the halls of Congress like we used to see them, years back. And they can't say it's because of the health issues that are going on now, because they're not there.
I put
every other seat is more than every other seat. Every seat is empty.
No, I think you're right. And I put the link for this video in the description. It's the very first link if you guys want to go check it out. Like I said, start about 31 minutes in. I mean, watch the whole thing. I think it's great, but start about 31 minutes in if you want to cut to the chase. But to your point, I also saw a video today of probably my least favorite human ever. Well, I don't even know that she's human, but
they're probably not. We all seen the movie. What was it?
They
Live. Whatever the name of that thing. Yeah.
What's her name? And somebody made a comment and said it looks like HRC never got over her pneumonia from 2016. And I said, well, that's because she hasn't been here for a long time.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, that Hillary, whatever that, I'm sorry I said that word. I feel like that should be one of the names that are never spoken. But that one was a copy for the one that died in the 90s or something like that. She had super sick and some kind of brain cancer or something like this in the 90s. And supposedly it was back then that the real one left.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Because I thought the one in 2016 at the 9/11, the one that, seizured out and they drug her in the van. I thought that's when they took the real one.
I think it was way before that. I think if you look back at the pictures from when, I think it would have been when he was, when Silly Bill was the governor. So it would have dated back that far when she just disappeared. And there's something with the daughter too. I'm not even going to say that name.
Yeah.
But with the daughter that wears the upside down cross every single where she goes. Mm-hmm. But yeah, supposedly she's been replaced also. And this was way a long time ago. So who knows? I mean, I don't know how much an actor gets paid to stand in for this coughing, hacking mess, but I mean, is it worth it to
slamming? Yeah. I don't know. I just thought this was really interesting.
It doesn't even look like her. That's the problem with this news cycle and everything these days. I don't even think that looks like her. I really don't. I mean, look at it. It is a good word. But yeah, supposedly when you join the club, you basically give up your humanism. When you take their synthetic party drugs and when you do the evil things that they do and you join their cult, I don't think you're actually human anymore, because I think by joining the cult and doing their rituals, their spells, their magic, magic, a lot of that magic is very real. There are it's it's like baking bread. If you do this, and this, you're going to get bread at the end. Well, if you do with spells and rituals, if you do this, and this, you get something at the end. So I don't think many of those people are human anymore or fully human anymore after they make the deal with the dark side of the force, because they're allowing the demons, the really bad interdimensional electromagnetic beings to come inside your body. That's why they love all the rock stars and the rappers and
they crave that. Yeah.
They crave that. They don't have emotion where they are. The bugs don't have emotion. So their drug is emotion. So they come in and they inhabit the bodies of these willing people. They possess these bodies of these willing people, and they get to feel the emotions. Yeah. Ronnie said it, soul snatched. There's a lot of truth in that stuff. How, so they've with computers and stuff back in the 60s and 70s. I've read stories from back then when they figured out the right way to remove a soul from a body back then, and you can literally keep it in a box. They had the technology back then to take your soul from your body, to put it in a box, to let your body go do whatever it's going to do. Someone else jumps in the body, just like Avatar, the movie Avatar. Somebody jumps in, starts driving around, do whatever they want. And then if you're lucky, you can get your body back. But if not, then that soul is then put into the machines, if you want to call it that. And then they just get harvested for their energy.
So somebody told me one time that Bitcoin is a countdown. the mining, the algorithm, that it's a countdown. And actually, what you're talking about is they've almost figured that out. Where Uncle Cliff talks about the 22 trillion times a second that we recreate this.
Right.
They have almost figured out how to jump the bodies within that time, that recreation.
Oh, wow.
And that part of this all happening now is that it has to happen right now because they almost figured it out.
Right.
Which I don't know if any of that is true, but boy, all those things kind of come together and make a lot of sense.
Yep. Yeah, I had a similar understanding of that. That's kind of how years ago, when we started getting into this whole 17 movement and all that kind of stuff, when it started, it was a similar understanding that I had, that now had to be the time. There was no more time left. They figured something out, and if we didn't take control of it, then we would lose control of absolutely everything. Because they figured out some of these ancient things. Why are there so many hidden lost books on the Bible? Why did they burn the great library of, was it Alexandria?
We studied it in homeschool. Yeah. It's the it's the Alexandria. That's the Lighthouse of Alexandria, and then that's where the oh my gosh, what was the Gilgamesh? The Epic of Gilgamesh was part of this library of Alexandria. It was the greatest store of information, only second to the Bible. But then even of that, the Bible has been hidden from us. A lot of the information has been kept from us, the people. And then the church has only allowed us to see what they want us to see. And that's why for so long you had to come pray to, or, you had to talk to the Pope, and the Pope would talk to God for you and all that kind of crap. I do want to mention really quick, Jim Montgomery says Miriam did an amazing interview on FF, and that the actors, check it out. It will open your eyes. Miriam is going to be joining us in Florida at the next Happy Hour Roadshow meetup. And you guys can get information about the Happy Hour Roadshow and the Crypto 101 class at clintwestwood.net. We will be in St. Petersburg, Florida on December
17 and 18?
17th and 18th.
I believe, I'm not 100% sure, at the hangar in St. Pete's.
At the hangar in St. Pete's. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's going to be a great time. Bix and Amy confirmed last night that they are going to be there as well.
Oh, very cool.
So super excited about that. And
it's the 17th and 18th, yeah, December 17th and 18th, St. Petersburg, Florida, at the Hangar Restaurant and Flight Lounge, and that's at the Albert Whited Airport in St. Petersburg, Florida.
And we're looking into maybe doing having like a VIP opportunity to do a boat cruise on Saturday, like a half-day boat cruise thing. But we'll get into that later.
That would be very cool.
Yes, I'm excited about it. So
that's cool. Bix is showing up. We just got to get. I wonder if we could ever get Ben to show up at one of these.
Ben is. He already
busy,
said.
I know, but still.
He and Amy, or not he and Amy. I'm sorry, Bix. I did not say that. Amy's coming with you. Ben and Kelly have a romantic weekend already planned for that weekend, but I did invite them. But it'll be cool. It'll be a good time. So Westwood will be there, and I'll be there. And
I'm sure Mitch will be there. I'm sure Paulie P will be there. I'm sure I'll be there for sure. I'm not going to miss this one for sure. I kind of had to make a choice whether I was going to do this past one in Peoria or this in next month in December. So I had to choose. I had to choose the warm weather, honestly.
Okay. I get it. Well, let's see. Oh, no, you're good. You're good.
How about? Do you want to touch on that lawsuit that you had the printout for that it wouldn't let you share that you were sending me?
Yeah, we can try.
Going around there was just a couple things that I wasn't sure about in there.
I don't have the printout with me because I'm left at my office and I'm at mom's, but I can try to see what I can pull up on it.
there. So the one it said, I guess we really don't have to go into it too much. I did read in a couple different places that it's possible that lawsuit that just was released and had the papers released on or I don't know if it was just released or has the papers released on that .gov, wherever you said you had gotten it from.
Mm-hmm.
That was possibly from a failed lawsuit in 2020, because I sent you where it said pro se, and that's a part of the legally stuff where you're gonna bring a case against somebody on your own without an attorney.
Okay.
So
that was from a previous lawsuit, not.
It's possible.
So somebody's bringing up
I'm not sure.
Information from a previous lawsuit, not the one that's going to start on the 29th. Is it the 29th that this one's going to start? Right.
Yeah. But I mean, even in all, I'm sure it's, why would it be on, why would it still be on a website if it was a failed attempt?
Oh, it's still, even if it's failed, once the documents are filed, they're on there.
Okay. So it just stays like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
it stays like that. The information's out there.
Signaling or whatever, what could be to come. But yeah, I got, super excited about it. And then I was like, so I looked into it a little more, and I'm not sure on it. But yeah. But let's just say maybe the date changes and all the same people are going to be bought up.
Well, and it was a civil lawsuit. What we're looking at now is a criminal matter. Right. So that makes a lot of sense, actually. Mm-hmm. That's actually a positive thing.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. At first, that's exactly. At first, I was like, another fake thing, maybe. But then, if you think about it, yeah, we'd way rather have them criminally charged than just have some individual suing them. Suing that huge group of people.
Is today the 23rd?
Today is the 24th.
24th. Okay. There was all this tank armory
for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it was all this tank tracks and tanks and all this messaging on all the military stuff. It was like a lot of, and they were including the semis in a lot of it. There was a lot of that. And then there was never mind, that was crypto news.
Wow, Chef Jeff, I would just like to say that's crazy, man. I don't even know what to say about that. But yeah, I hope you didn't know anybody, or I hope everyone who could have been there is all okay. But that's effing insane. That is insane what happened over there. Funny, I didn't hear anybody calling that racist. I didn't hear anybody calling that a supremacist.
No, but remember what we did see. Do you remember what we did see that I text you and I said, do you know something that Jack, that one guy that I can't ever pronounce his last name?
Posabek.
Yeah. An hour before that happened, what he posted?
Yes. What he brought up a random question is, what if this happens? Or he
said something like, anyone who attacked a Christmas pull. It was like anyone who attacked. He didn't say did that specifically, but a Christmas parade is evil or something like that. And everybody's like, do you know something? And then it happened.
That's, I don't even know what to say about that. That's just pure evil.
Once again, the movie, The Kraken. And we talked about that yesterday with Sean. Charlie sent me a video of the guy's leg walking out of the Rittenhouse thing, where his leg goes through the floor. And a lot of people are saying that's the CGI thing. I'll try to find the video and send it to you.
Boy, it sucks not being on Twitter. Damn you, Twitter. Damn you. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, I don't know. That's holy cow. I never thought of something could be that evil. It was all kids. It was all kids. I mean,
Horrible.
It was all children. Holy cow.
Well,
Pure
think
evil.
of what they do to children. I mean,
yeah, but you know, and then not to have it called out for what it was right away. I mean, I still see all over the news, all over the interwebs news. You see the defendant or simply man charged with death and parade running around and stuff like this. You never see it. You know, why wasn't he?
so this was the list from the previous.
Yes.
When you were saying,
Mhm.
okay, this was the civil one.
The 1953 trust is what Epstein started. It was the trust fund that
You're right.
Epstein
It does
put
say
all his stuff in.
2020.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On one of the pages that I texted you, I took a picture of it and I sent it because they actually took pictures of the envelope that it came in also, and it said it was going to the pro se department of one court from the pro se department of another court. And like I said,
Okay.
pro se literally means to represent yourself without an attorney.
Okay. I remember
But-
you making a comment about that, and I was like, what?
Mm-hmm. I mean, look at these names in here. I mean, there's a lot of people in there that you know all their names and a couple of real interesting ones. Black Cube. I mean, we all know about the Black Cube in Mecca. It's an evil piece of stone that fell from the heavens.
It also had Kanye listed.
Yeah. Hey, just because he turned to the good side supposedly doesn't mean he gets away
He
with all
wasn't
the
at
crap
one
that he was a
point,
part of.
maybe.
Yeah. No, he wasn't a good guy at one point. He was not at all a good guy at one point. He changed. He found God and changed. That's the story that they fed to us. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. He was not always a benevolent, good person. He was swimming with just the rest of them, in that disgusting Red Sea.
So this Strahan just went to, or is supposed to go to space with Bezos.
Mm-hmm. Michael Strahan?
Yes.
The
and
player
Shatner,
slash-
and Shatner went last time, and when he came back and he was like all overly emotional and very weird. And I was wondering if they're like not saying something or showing them something when they supposedly go to space. And he was
maybe more part of the secret club, more part of the groups that get to go down to like Antarctica, for example. Maybe this is every president has gone to Antarctica before they've come into office, going back
Right.
a bunch of presidents, like the day before or like right before they actually get into office, they go to Antarctica.
right.
Maybe this could be something like that where you're going to see, maybe there's the firmament up there. Maybe there is the dome that is all over the Bible and all over the Old Testament and the New Testament and the dome that separates the waters. Maybe there's something to that. There was I just saw a quick clip of it and I wanted to look up. Jim Carrey did a movie, and I'm not sure which one it is. Maybe somebody saw, where he goes up in a hot air balloon. Maybe it was Bruce Almighty or one of those. I'm not sure. Maybe not that one. And he goes up in a hot air balloon, and all of a sudden he just stops, and there's a wall, and it's a blue wall, and he touches it, and he gets all emotional. Like
Is that not the whatever show, the Truman Show?
I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look into that if anybody knows. Again, it's just one of those things that I just like you remember as a flash, but I'm gonna look into that because
Wasn't he the Truman Show?
a lot of those movies and a lot of books and everything else is a form of a soft disclosure. I think I've said it a million times. I think Star Wars, I think The Matrix, I think the Star Trek shows, I think they're all information dissemination programs to tell us what's going on. Is that it right there? The Truman Show. Maybe that is the Truman Show.
It says talks to something, classic trailers, and then scaling a sheer of ice. Truman Show. I don't know.
Yeah, something about the ice walls. I don't know. It just made me think of it. The truth is in front of us. Beer rock. What's up, Rock? Haven't heard that name in a while. Beer Rock. It's been around forever. The Truman Show. Brock saying it is the Truman Show. Did I have it right? Did he go up and kind of see like the firmament or something? I don't know, but I guess, yeah, with this SpaceX stuff and these flights people are taking, maybe you learn something when you go up there. Who knows? I'd be really pissed if I spent $150,000 to take a cool ride into space and not going into space, but you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Interesting that they have The Chosen as the commercial there. So is he talking to God up there?
I am not sure. I don't even know if I ever saw that movie, to be honest. I can't sit still long enough to watch movies. You have nothing to fear. I got to watch the Truman Show. All right, I'm watching the Truman Show tonight. You can't.
Can you guys hear it?
It's very, very low. I don't know, what is that? I saw the part with the hot air balloon. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I took a boat or swam to the edge. Oh, so okay. So he took it to the edge of the ice wall or something like that, and there was a door to go through.
And then he says, "You can't leave because I've been watching you."
Well, I'm all out of context here. I'm gonna have to watch this tonight. I'll watch it on like 2 times speed so I can get through it faster. I have a problem sitting still with movies.
Oh, there we go.
Watch for when a spotlight falls on by Truman and says it's serious on the light. Okay. Will do.
We know. We have a plan.
There you go. Blind Dave, good to see you, buddy. Happy Thanksgiving, bro.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. All right, guys. Well, we will probably take a break and not do a show tomorrow. But I want everyone to have a wonderful, happy Thanksgiving. And I hope to see you guys all on Friday on Happy Hour. And I wish everybody well. I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving with your family. And remember to love one another. That's all we've got in this crazy thing that's going on around us. So.
Yep. Enjoy your time together. Celebrate your family. You never know. Things can change overnight. So be grateful, be happy, be humble, be awesome.
Yeah. And keep an eye out for that full moon on December 4th, 5th. All right. Take care, everybody. Love you.
Are you buying and selling cryptos on the same laptop that you're using to browse the internet, read your email, and visit social media sites? If so, you're exposing your cryptos to theft. Whenever you're online, you're at risk of getting hacked and having your identity stolen. How would you feel if someone stole all of your cryptos? What would that do to your finances? Guard your cryptos with a safe and secure laptop from Calyx Solutions. Each laptop is set up just for you and your cryptos, and then we walk you through exactly how it works. Don't risk the security of your cryptos. Order a crypto laptop from Calyx Solutions now to secure your crypto future. Learn more at calyxsolutions.io.